My paper will examine the social problem of school shootings in America. I will be examining why a focused collaborative intervention involving parents, the school peers, law enforcement, community, and legislative actions are all necessary in planning steps for prevention. In the past, we have only focused on the mental health side of the issue, and a lot of studies have been done that have proven that there's just a small percentage of these shooters who had a tie to mental problems. So in this paper, I'm going to examine all the components that could possibly be applied to preventing this from happening when it does, because it is so random. I will implicate the role of the social worker in program development, support community advocacy, and the micromanagement approach to intervention by applying the application of the Paul Elder Critical Framework along with literary support. I will examine the following: the psychosocial or behavioral implications associated with the profile of the shooter, with references: 1. Studying school shootings, challenges, and considerations for research. Number 2, Department of Justice, a study of active shooters incidents in the United States between 2000 and 2013. I will also, number 2, the current legislation in place for gun control, suggested alternatives by mental health and law enforcement professionals, and also the NRA and their approach to the situation. And I will use results and also costs analysis. And my references are Guns, Public Health, and Mental Illness, Evidence-Based Approach for Federal Policy. Also, The Only Thing That Stops a Guy with a Bad Policy is a Guy with a Good Policy, an examination of the NRA's National School Shield proposal. Next, I will look at the current school intervention programs and school teacher crisis management on identifying signs of potential emotional, mental, behavioral implications in seemingly distressed students. My references will be Echoes of Columbine, the emotional work of leaders in school shooting sites, School Crisis Management, a model of dynamic responsiveness to crisis life cycle. I will also be looking at how advocacy groups associated with issues and the work happening in various communities. So far, I have the schooldangers.org. Schooldangers.org. Their mission is to improve school security nationwide through advocacy, education, and application of technology. Finally, the role of the social worker in supporting or implementing programs, policies, and advocacy for safer public schools through proactive measures. I will be using references of school safety intervention, best practices, programs from the National Association of National Association of Social Workers. Also, the Guide to Preventing and Responding to School Violence, 2nd edition, Bureau of Justice Assistance, and School Social Work Association of America, and they are looking at administrators' resources and how can schools cope with tragedy. So I think by understanding and involving all these areas together that need to be addressed, the parents' role, the teachers and the school psychologists and principals, the legislation that is out there that's focusing a lot on gun control and not enough on every other environmental issues that are involved. So I think through the process of going through this paper and the resources that I have, I could possibly develop a better understanding of how not only the role of the social worker, but the community, the parents, the teachers, and everyone can take part in helping to resolve this issue from becoming out of control, in the sense that we can never get a handle on what we can do to actively prevent this in the future.